Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We're gonna jump in the queue here. D Blondes versus Main GI. This is not the same game that was going on last episode, I promise. We have Thrar. Have I played? I think I played like one game against Thrar maybe a long time ago. The name just sounds familiar, but I don't really remember anything about the player. Ooh. What's the deal here? I mean, the defense is basically blood pact and nothing else. And the attacks are like very breachy, very pressury. So, I mean, like, it kind of seems like a synth plasma kind of game. And I think that that should be probably fast enough to make Endotherm, like, just not make it a non-starter, basically. Synth, like, how great is it, really? It doesn't honestly seem all that great. You don't want a ton of green. You just want a couple plasmas, right? But I guess a synth gets you a couple plasmas pretty comfortably. And then after that you can like turn the excess blue or green into blue and then pixies. Maybe. But like if you're gonna be able to buy a conduit here anyway, I'm not really sure you want the synth. I think just like a conduit into a forge, into a splitter, into a plasma, and then like that's just kind of fine. And then you can build Gauss cannons as supplemental attackers or pixies or splitters or whatever. I don't think I want the synth. I just have better things to do with my blue than buy conduits, right? As player one, I think it's fine. Like, it's a much more convenient way for you to get green. But I'm not player one, so I don't have to mess around with this stuff. And I'm sure opponent will be able to use it to buy like a number of pixies, and that'll be, you know, a good way for them to sink their green. But I'll just be sinking mine into like Gauss cannons and force fields. Probably. I could get a second conduit here, but I don't think I will. I think just like buy this and then get a plasma fire next turn seems pretty alright. And it's going to be hard for them to get a plasma next turn because they want to. They'll have what, 4 green, right? So I guess they can force field. Yeah, they can get a plasma next turn, no problem. As long as they don't spend any green this turn. Oh, or get more, really. That's exciting. Maybe this should be a conduit. I don't know, this is a lot of tech. And I don't have the luxury. Well, I have a blue sink, I guess. But I don't know, I want to be building walls, right? Yeah. Probably need to get some more tech next turn as well. Wall, Gauss Cannon, Conduit or something. Really? Why? What happened? I mean, I guess I'm up 2 attack. That's kind of a thing. Let's analyze real quick what's going on at the end here. Did the opponent just give up out of low morale, or was it actually a completely lost position, or what? Like, isn't this kind of an issue for me? This Gauss cannon is pretty pushy. I don't know, I guess they should get one too. Okay, I guess they're like a little bit uncomfortably low on econ, maybe. Yeah, they're gonna run out of drones first. They're blowing them up faster. But I mean, let's just double check that, right? I don't know. I guess buy 2 more pixies. They're what's causing me a lot of grief. Yeah, and now next turn is their last turn alive, basically. Yikes. But I can do this. And then they lose. Okay, cool. Fine. Alright, well, let's go do another game, I guess. That was a quickie. Oh my gosh, we could go to the armory, guys. It said play another ranked game before I started that one. Another 1 ranked game, I thought. That one didn't count because it was so short? I don't think it was that short. Well, let's play around in the armory while we wait. Question mark? No. We got Septol. Base plus 10, 60 seconds. Ugh, there's a lot here. 10 is just about the most I can handle. I don't even know. Like, I see that Windsor is in the set. There are some interesting soak options that kind of, you know, mostly, I mean, Ossified Drone is good against Windsor, and like Plexo is awful against Windsor because they can just choose not click. It's okay once they've got enough attack that your Plexo gets value, but like it won't for the first click. What about like some kind of Tatsu thing? I don't think that's good. But maybe it is, I don't know. The thing is, the Tatsu thing is like high econ, right? I don't know. Is my opponent going to go DA into Smorkus? What do you do about that? Just econ up and... I think you don't go 3rd NG, but you kind of econ up into like eventually getting a Windsor or a Comet or something. But like they can sell back their red with Smorkus, so they won't be like super disadvantaged. Yeah, maybe a Smork's opening from them is not so good. I think they'll just go DDC. There's a lot of green stuff you want to buy here. I don't know what I want to buy. I mean, I think you clearly want tricolor. Well, I don't know. Maybe mono red is playable. I doubt it, though. So I kind of like this Animus, because if they don't get blue, I can get a Smorkus, and if they do get blue, I can get Tarsiers. But it makes it hard to get the other colors. Maybe you could just get Tarsier Ossified Drone? Seems a little early, but Soak is going to be pretty useful in this set. Especially Vigilant Soak against Winter and Tatsu and stuff. I don't know, I just don't think this is right. Shouldn't I get a Conduit or something? Yeah, I'm gonna have too much trouble against Endotherm, I think. So, Comet, I guess? Comet I can kind of cope with because of, like, Plexo. I have 12 drones. I could try getting a Tatsu, but I don't know how well that's gonna work out. I mean, I have the Ossifieds, right? They look like they want a Comet, which, like, I could sort of punish by getting a Rhino here, or a Smorkus or something. But I kind of think, like, what are they getting with blue, green, red? Right? Like, Endotherm or Comet. I think I'm pretty happy against both of those to just get a Tatsu. And I'll never be sad to have some red. Okay. So, they're not getting any of those big purchases. But I have red sinks. I don't need the Tatsu. I mean, I actually can get it, even if they put on all that pressure. I could get a Tatsu against this. It's possible. I don't know if it's good, but it's possible. So they have like one guaranteed attack, so I'm just gonna build a Rhino into that. And then they can like click a bunch of Pixies and Rhinos to kill like my Ossified Drone and an Engineer. I don't know if I can afford to drone here. Do I need an Engie? No, I'm still granular. This is fine. They should probably hold a Pixie back to make me want to lose an ossified drone. To make me choose between losing ossified drone or granularity. But I guess I should still like build the drone. Okay, I guess we'll get a Tatsu. I don't know, maybe it's bad against them having gotten ossifieds, but it probably is. They don't have enough to breach. Yeah, this Tatsu sucks. I'm gonna lose. I don't have any access to blue myself. This is losing these two guys, I think. They have to attack for at least 4. Which means I'm not actually getting absorb value because they won't click this pixie and the rhino will be dead. They won't attack for 5 and they won't attack for 6. They'll just attack for 4. So this, like... Against this, they'd attack for 5, though. Okay, I guess I get the rhino then. Really? Isn't, like, Plexo insane against that? I think that's better than the wall, right? If I attack for 7 and freeze this... They have to lose a wall on one of these guys? I guess that's fine. I hate building engineers just to lose them against a comet, but that's better than just building Rhino and losing it, so... So what's the answer to the freeze puzzle here? We're attacking for 7. they'd like to lose wall, force field. If I do this, they can't. They're absorbing onto wall, they have to find 6 damage. That includes 1 NG, right? Or they have to find 5, right? Which they either have to not absorb maximally or they have to lose an NG, either of which is perfectly fine with me. I'm a bit over-teched. But that's what the Smorkus is for, right? I mean, I guess this, like, really just doesn't matter, does it? I might as well make them keep more walls, I guess. Do I want this NG? They're taking for 7. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't really need the NG, but it's probably fine. I should have just gotten a wall instead of this Oxide NG. I'm not sure exactly what I was thinking. I wanted to build an attacker, I guess is what I was thinking, but it didn't really work. It's a pretty bad attacker to be building at this stage of the game. And I had to sack an Ossified drone to do it. Doesn't seem all that great. So right now, they're killing wall NG every turn, which I can exactly build. So I'm stable if they don't build any more attack. Can I stop them from building more attack? They're losing all this stuff. Well, they're keeping a wall. You know, like they're losing wall triple NG, right? And I'm actually attacking for a bit more next turn. They can't keep building wall triple NG. They have to force field. I don't know. I think I'm okay here. I think this is going all right for me. Oh, and now I get juicy exploits with my Pixie and my Tatsu. I'm sure there's something good cooking up here. But okay, they're doing this so they can push a little more with a Pixie, or a Borehole and its attendant Pixie. So 6. They want to absorb on wall. Which means they want an... Oh, 8, right. So they want an even... They want me to attack for an even number, so I'll attack for an odd number. They absorb for only 1 on wall, or nothing on patroller. And they only get to keep 1 other thing alive. Yeah, this seems fine. Actually, I should be doing this to spend my green. Turn it into health, sort of. Into gold. What is this doing? Why is this good? It's not really. It's just like... I don't know. Turning my green into nothing? Into engineer supply? Because I don't need the force field right now. Wouldn't just 2 NGs be better? Well, no, because they actually threaten to attack for quite a bit, right? And this way I can actually, like, not lose anything important, even if they do. Yeah, the promptness of Force Field actually matters because they have this extra damage lying around. They get to keep alive just the Patroller this way. This is similar, except they, yeah. They're almost certainly attacking for exactly 7, so this wall force field defends. If they attack for 6, I might choose to lose NG. But that's a bit awkward, and I don't think I will. I think they get a free Smorkas hold, but they can't use it for anything. Oops. Weird game. There was a lot of maneuvering, I feel like. I don't know, maybe not that much. But like playing around with the amount of red I have access to, trying to counter threats opponent might make. Or rather, being prepared to handle a threat opponent doesn't have, but could threaten to make a threat. You know, I don't know, jeez. I do think the Comet was not very good. Like, with access to Plexo and a ton of green, it just is pretty comfortable to defend Comet, and you've spent a bunch of time buying engineers. My ossified drones were of, like, dubious value. Why was I buying so many? Because I, like, had red I couldn't spend, basically. And I used one of them. Is that all? No, I used one on defense here. And again here. So like they were good. They were fine. But the later ones didn't really do anything. Well, one of them did, right? So but like instead of building 2 ossifieds here, could I have done something else? Not really. I kind of needed to build that wall anyway, and then I don't have enough red left to do anything. And this was a little bit of like late game insurance. I don't know about this Oxide Mixer. It actually turned out pretty okay, I think. But then again, a wall would have saved me an ossified drone. And the Rhino and the NG, right? Or no, it would save me ossified drone NG. So that's clearly, well, if you could build a wall that had 3 health, like a wall does, but also gave you $1 per turn, like, isn't that kind of what this wall is? It's 3 soak, and it saves me NG Aussie, so it's gaining 1 gold per turn. Sort of. Maybe not per turn, because the wall gets soaked. It's just buying me 3 health, which... Yeah, okay, so it was kind of a $4 wall, in a way, that I could have built. That's got to be better than Oxide NG, right? But this extra damage really puts pressure on opponent. And if I'd been paying a little more attention, I would have realized already that I'm pretty stable and they're not. They've used up their Antima tempo and suddenly can't build attackers anymore. They tried here, but it clearly isn't working. Also, should I have built a Plexo at some point here? Probably, right? Like, they're attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, guaranteed. So a Plexo, like, 100% gets value. And then I can, like, plop down this and just, like, absolutely murder them. I think this would have been better. And they just, like, resign when they see this number. Right. There's just no game left if I can get a patroller. Okay, so that would have been an improvement. Interesting. I don't really know what, like, was the cause of winning this game. Was it my second Animus letting me squeeze out one Tatsu? The Tatsu seemed pretty good. Like, what it actually did was not all that much most of the time. Right? It just, like, froze a wall and made them... Like, here it was okay. They lost some stuff they would rather keep. That's useful. But it's not, like, outstanding. I guess it is pretty good. So, wait a minute. Why did I actually freeze this wall? Isn't that terrible? This Rhino, I mean? It is terrible. If I do this, they have to lose everything. What was I even thinking? Sometimes when I'm, like, figuring out how to freeze the enemy, I get too caught up in thinking about how they want to defend and, like, start thinking that that's what I want to happen. I think that happened here. I saw, like, 7 was like, okay, they want to defend wall, Rhino. I'll stop them by freezing the Rhino. Whereas if I freeze a wall, like, I don't know exactly. Like, I didn't think at that point. Freezing the wall is clearly way better. I just gave them 1 health for free by misfreezing. Yeah, like, so the Tatsu, like, it did some cool stuff. Could have done more if I'd played better. Made them here lose an engineer. Like, it was actually doing a great job. And so saying that it was, like, kind of mediocre is already unfair. But it was actually even better because it was doing something invisible that you can't see. It was preventing opponent from buying Plexos, right? It took that unit out of the supply for my opponent. They just can never buy one. It's so bad. And that is really great because, like, I got a couple Plexos and they were all stupendous, and I should have gotten more. Yeah, I think probably pretty much every force field I got should have been a Plexo, but it was kind of, I don't know, yeah, because then I would have had more money left over, right? Like, let's look at, when did I start buying force fields? Here. Let's say I didn't do that. Is this the turn I already looked at? It is. Yeah. And this is just like game over, and it would be game over if I did it next turn instead or whatever. But I'm already winning because I was stable. I don't know. Maybe I just saw that I was stable and I saw that force field drone stays stable, whereas like Plexo Patroller might upset the apple cart somehow. So I just went with the stable thing. I guess that's fair. Okay, cool. Well, we got a win at least. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.